Konnichiwa, party peeps. MangaMan here.
And me, KittieonALeash.
And we just saw what is probably my pick for one of the best movies to come out in 2017, A Silent Voice.
Yay!
Woo! Now this is based off of a 7-volume manga series that both Kittie and I have read, which, by the way, definitely get a chance to read that. It's a short read. Yeah. Short read. It's a good hit too. Definitely get a chance to read that whenever you do. And definitely, if it's playing near you, check out A Silent Voice. We're going to tell you the good, we're going to tell you the bad, we're going to tell you the nerdy. I think that's somebody else's.
Yes,
line,
it is.
Well, whatever, this is the MangaMan's way of doing it. And KittieonALeash's way of doing it.
Yes.
So, let's first talk about the good.
The good. Well, let's first talk about the story in general.
Alright, we'll not go into spoilers. I definitely want to make it a point we're not going to spoil this for you people. So if you want to know more about from our synopsis, check it out for yourselves.
Yes, go check it out.
A Silent Voice takes a look at the scenario between the bully and the one being bullied and those that are around them and how it affects everybody. Not just those that are being bullied, but also the bullied themselves, how they change over time, as well as the consequences of said bullying. It's a very heartfelt piece that looks at all aspects of this very horrible thing that everyone goes through at some point in their life. And I feel that a lot of people can relate to this film on multiple different levels.
I feel like that was super serious.
Well, it is serious.
It is serious, but like the way you just described it was super serious.
I'm professional.
Like it's, you're professional. I'm like, what are you saying? You're like Beyonce,
No.
and I'm like backup dancer. Okay, anyway, yeah. So the story is it's really deep. Like I feel like it can really happen to anyone. Like a lot of us have been in situations where we've either have been bullied or maybe have even done some bullying. You know,
Maybe not intentionally, but yeah.
not intentionally. Yeah.
It's definitely a series that I absolutely adore, and perhaps the manga might even be my second favorite of all time. But
Yeah.
let's then get into a little bit of the details. We'll go through the basic start of the story. First starts off in 6th grade with our young male protagonist, Shoya Ishida, who is introduced to a new girl in his classroom named Shoka. Little parallels there that the anime and manga both kind of get into.
Yep. And their nicknames were both Sho-chan.
Sho-chan. And, well, it turns out that Shoka is actually deaf and has to communicate to the rest of the class via a notebook. And later down the line, the class gets a little bit of some lessons on sign language. And, you know, it's a case where, like, the kids aren't mean to her right off the bat, but kids are kids, you know? They don't like things that are not normal, and when things aren't normal, they try to make it normal the best way that they can, even if their methods aren't usually the best. And it's not like done cartoonishly or funny for that matter. It's just something that you would see from, like, you know, what kids do.
Yeah. It's very realistic, you know. This Shoya as a character is just like an average young boy. He has this group of friends. He likes to goof off. He likes to, you know, I guess like play pranks and everything. And when he meets Shoko, she's so different to him that he picks on her, you know? And yeah.
Yeah, for maybe one reason or another is just she's different. So
Yeah.
things are different. They don't know how to react to it. So they just lash out at it sometimes. But it's after, like, Shoya goes too far with his bullying that everyone else around him, like, shuns him for it when it's brought to the attention of someone of a higher authority figure, in this case the principal. And everybody turned on him, basically making him the scapegoat. So then the bully became the bullied by the rest of the classmates. Even the teacher, which pissed me off in both versions, both in the manga and in the movie. Hate the teachers like that just like, just willy-nilly blame the students and don't take any responsibility for it.
All right, so from there, after Shoya gets disciplined for everything, he kind of sets on this path of wanting to try and make things right after everything that had happened when he was younger. We see him now in the present trying to make up for all the terrible bullying he did to Shoko.
And from there, he, trying to make up for lost time or just to apologize, actually finally meets up with her for the first time. And he had a set plan, but those plans changed once he met Shoko again for the first time. And I'll just say this, what really, I guess we could kind of go into what we like a bit, because I just want to talk about this. What I really love about this is how it handles this subject of bullying. It's not just, in other media, the bully is just this big old, this person is evil and should die for what they've done. Or they are a bully when they're younger and then they're a bully when they're older. No, it's like, through Shoya's experience, he started off as being a bully because it was fun to do, but then when he got bullied, his personality completely changed from when he was younger to when he got older. He's a lot more withdrawn. He's how you would see from any other character from this type of series, but we got the backstory to understand why he acts the way he does. Right. And being more withdrawn, not able to look people in the eyes, and they cleverly showcase this with anybody that he doesn't really have that much connection with an X across their faces. Which I always felt was a clever idea from both the manga and in this movie.
Yeah.
But he meets a whole bunch of other people along the way, some that he knew back in elementary school. You had the girl that was, wasn't a part of the bullying. In fact, she kind of avoided the problem and even moved to a different school because of it. There was one girl who claimed that she did none of the bullying, even though she totally did, and that she's in complete denial of it. Then there are ones that just, show it right off their chest, yeah, I bullied you, what are you going to do about it? And continued the bully even after the fact. Then you got those that were the bully and then became the bullied and are so downtrodden and so sorry about it, like Shoya. So let's start by talking about some of the characters in brief detail, starting with Shoya, our main male character. Shoya, we definitely get a lot with him as being the main character. We see his growth from a, troublemaking adolescent to a very humbled and kind of sad young man when we meet him up in the present day. He's very apologetic, not able to look people in the eye, as mentioned earlier. And what did you like about Shoya, Han?
I like Shoya because he really grew as a character. From the beginning, you see him as being this kid who tries to do all these crazy stunts and act out and pick on people just to impress his friends. And then you kind of see, as the story goes on, after he gets, bullied in a way, he's not like that anymore. And it's he grows, he becomes this boy, he's really hardworking, he's works real hard, and he just wants to make things right, but he still has that shame and that guilt of what he did when he was younger. And I feel he's just such a relatable character. You know, he's not like your average male character that you usually come across in like
a
lot of these
anime or any other slice of life anime.
Yeah, like he's not real confident. He's not a real people person. He's not the center of attention.
Not a go-getter. In fact, he would rather not be a center of attention.
Yeah, he'd rather not. And I really like the way I relate to him in ways, and the way that he looks at other people as everyone having an X across their face, and it's just like, I don't know you. I don't want to get to know you. Like,
stay away.
Yeah. And in the beginning, don't want to really spoil anything, but he's got some bad things going on in his head, and it's interesting because you see this character feeling at like such a low point, and then
lowest of lows.
Yes, you constantly see him like just grow and make little small victories for himself. It's not instant though.
Yeah,
he's
really got to fight for a lot of those. He struggles a lot through adversities, through other people, mostly other people, because after his being bullied, he then becomes very socially awkward after that point. We see like his former friends really shunning him, telling other people from every other school not to talk to him. And he just becomes isolated, and that's what kind of developed this bubble or shell around him to kind of make everybody else go away. But it was when he saw like someone else also in trouble with some bad bully characters, that's when he finally decided to act up and open himself up. And he got a best friend out of it. Yep. He did. I'm so bad that I can't remember the name, so I'm going to be a nerd and look it up here. Nagasuka. He's a big, short guy with crazy broccoli hair, and he becomes Shoya's best friend in the world. And he is quite the character in both the manga and in this movie. I love his reactions to everything, like him at the beginning with Shoko's sister is just very hilarious.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about our main heroine, Shoko.
So Shoko is this really sweet character. Since she is deaf, she has a harder time communicating with the kids at school. There's no interpreter provided for her or anything. She just has her notebook, and that's her sole way of communicating with the other kids. And you can just see that she really wants to make friends, and she wants to get along with everyone. She wants people to like her, and there's a lot of miscommunications that tend to happen with her, because the kids are trying to communicate in one way, and which may not really have been the nice way, in terms of they were kind of teasing her a little bit, and she would just be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault, that she doesn't understand. And a lot of people kind of take that as a weakness in her and really try to pick on her for that, because
exploited.
Yeah, they're really not understanding. There's a communication barrier in a way.
Both figuratively and literally.
Yeah, literally and figuratively. And Shoko, you see her just trying her hardest to just get along with people and be friends, and it's so hard. My heart just broke every time when the kids would be mean to her. And then as an adult, you see her, she's a young adult, as a young,
she becomes 18 near the end of it.
She does. As a younger little adult, she definitely, you can see that she evolved in a way, but she's still that little shy girl who just doesn't really know how to interact with everyone else properly.
She's still apologizing even after all this time.
Yes, she is.
Like she still has that outgoing nature, still wanting to connect with people, though when she sees Shoya again for the first time, she kind of freaks and bolts right out the door, like, oh god, not him.
She did, because she didn't know how to react. She knew that their last interaction was not a good one.
Definitely
so
not.
it's like when she sees him however many years later, about maybe 6 or 7 or so years.
6, 7, 8.
I believe it starts when they're in like elementary school.
In
and
the
then,
6th grade, yeah.
Yeah, or middle school then.
Yeah.
So they're in middle school, and then they're like towards the end of like their last year in high school. So that's like a pretty big gap. And yeah, the way that she reacted when she first saw him was like, it was so expected. It was really expected. Yeah.
She really grew to her own, especially near the end. Oh, what ending is. No spoilers. No spoilers. Watch it, read it, love it.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as like the other characters, I'd say the next one that we get to learn a lot about is Shoko's younger sister, Yuzura. Yuzura? Is that right? Yuzura? Yuzuru.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not Japanese.
Now, are we okay with saying that she's your sister? Because that's kind of at the beginning.
It's like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Whatever. That's one spoiler I'll let go away because it's like not really.
Okay. Okay.
No one's gonna believe it.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, so yeah, Yuzuru. Damn it. Yuzuru is very protective of her older sister, and for good reason. Her being bullied as early on, like, she becomes very defensive and will try to make anybody that gets close to her try to back away. And she really tries this when Shoya tries to get back into Shoko's life. But I think the anime movie, like, just kind of get a little bit off tangent, but it did a fantastic job of getting so much from the manga crammed into the movie without making it feel like 2 hours long, because it really wasn't. I think it was only like maybe an hour and 40 minutes.
Average movie length time, yeah.
Yeah, average movie length time.
Well, hour 20 minutes is 2 hours. So it was over 2 hours. Was it?
Still, it didn't feel like 2 hours. It didn't feel like 2 hours. It was a whole enjoyable ride through, and they were able to pack all that content. They did have to cut a few things.
A few minor things, yeah.
A few sub-stories, a few other characters' backstories. One character that I felt kind of got the shaft was one of the other friends. This, I don't know if we ever got his name in the movie, actually. Like, he's in the manga. He's like, he gets a bit more of a backstory. So if you're really interested in him, definitely read the manga. If you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, this has been a really great movie. I have heard like some people kind of comparing it to Your Name.
No.
I don't think it's an apt comparison because these movies are both trying to do different things.
Yeah.
Yes,
this one does it much better. Much better.
Yeah. Does what it's trying to say much better. Your Name was mostly a love story. This one has a love story as a subplot. The main story is...
In a way, yeah. I feel like that's definitely not the main focus of the series, though, at all.
The main focus is to tell, inform people about bullying.
Well, the main focus is mostly about forgiveness, guilt, getting over that hump.
The consequences of your actions in the past.
Yes, and moving forward from that. And friendship.
And
that's
friendship.
What I feel is, that's...
Yay for friendship. Yeah. Let's do it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Overall, I give this MangaMan A grade rating. Yeah. Overall, that was not awkward.
Really awkward.
Overall, I give this movie the MangaMan stamp of approval. Definitely check this out. I also give the manga the MangaMan stamp of approval. Definitely read that whenever you get the chance. Short, easy read. Mm-hmm. And what does Kitty on the Leash give it?
10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with this movie whatsoever. It's amazing. Fantastic. I loved everything about it. What was your favorite part about the film?
Well, without getting into much spoilers, I feel that my favorite parts of the film were on certain occasions, and it kind of very mirrors like how it was when I read it. Because like when I read the manga, when we got to that part, it was like, oh. Mm-hmm. It was the same thing with this movie. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This movie made me relive some wonderful feelings that I had when reading the manga, and just makes me want to go back and reread the manga again.
Yeah, I would reread it again too.
I'll have to borrow it from you again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks so much, folks, for checking out our video tonight. Was there any last words we wanted to talk about with A Silent Voice?
It's definitely a good series for everybody. I feel like anybody can pick up this manga and really enjoy it, as well as the film. Like, if you can't get to theaters, try and get on DVD or so. It's just such a very powerful story. The characters are very powerful.
Well done.
Yes,
Well-rounded.
very, very well done. Everything about this movie was fantastic.
One last thing I would like to say, like, what the movie does especially well is letting us kind of hear Shoko.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the manga, you can read it, you can understand, like, she can't speak well because she can't hear well, she's deaf. Mm-hmm. Like, I've had deaf kids in my schools before when growing up, and I kind of knew. But for those that, like, haven't experienced, like, other deaf people before or been around them, it's very nice to actually kind of hear, like, early on why the kids are so, this girl's weird because, A, she's very, tone deaf. She can't sing at all.
Yes.
And she can't talk really well. And it's really cute in one moment in the film where her being unable to be understood by other people adds to a very hilarious moment.
Yeah.
All I can say is, boy, the moon looks lovely tonight. But anyways, that's enough of our rambling. Thank you so much for watching our video. Leave a like and subscribe. Also subscribe to this lovely lady's channel. Her channel will be in the box in the description below. And until next time, Party Peaks, this has been the MangaMan
And KittieonALeash.
And we will see you later next time.
Bye. I hope we did that right and didn't just throw up a gang sign.
No. I'm keeping that in.